Welcome everybody, I'm KillZomZom, and today we are talking about the Seran crossover. Now, this crossover is genuinely actually one of my favorite crossovers. Because, for me, the top two crossovers that I've made, because I've made 4 crossovers currently. So I made Kill Saga X Killer Ted, the very first one. I made Kill Saga X Killer Ted, the Syndicate, where obviously the Syndicate's introduced. I made Kill Saga X Killer Ted Warzone, which is where Commando's introduced and whatever. And then this one, Kill Saga X Killer Ted Seran. Now, the Seran crossover is one of my favorites because not only was it one of the more enjoyable ones to film, because don't get me wrong, all these are enjoyable, they make me so happy and whatnot, but there was just something about this that I just had so much fun with, way more than the Syndicate or Warzone. This one I felt like a kid while making this, sort of like when you're getting all your Lego pieces together and you're just bashing them together. I loved this crossover. Similar to the first one, it's very similar for me in that. And I love this crossover, not to mention this is the very first crossover where each episode, if you were to watch it, together, like each and every single part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, like if you were to watch it all together, it genuinely feels like one episode divided into 4 parts. Whereas all the other ones, you can tell that they are supposed to be separate episodes. You know what I mean? And I like that. It's the only crossover I've ever been able to do that with, and I really do like it. I really do. I love this crossover. Now, what's the meaning behind this crossover? Well, this is where all the fears that have been building up since Kill Saga X Killer Ted the Syndicate, because obviously Kill Saga X Killer Ted the Syndicate, that crossover introduces the concept of demon kill. And after that, there's some episodes like Kill Saga Origins and Kill Saga The Bomb, where or Kill Saga Night Shift even, where you're seeing the characters look at demon kill and kill in a different light than they did before. And it kind of makes them somewhat fearful of him, because they're like, you're not the same as you were before, and they know that something's off. And the only one that wants to take charge of that is Kessler. And Kessler's always been, portrayed in this series as the best teammate, the lovable guy, the guy that will give you a big old hug at the end of the day and make jokes about it later kind of thing. You know what I mean? And so to see him go and say, like, I can't take this anymore, like, this is literally a fight for our lives, and go contact someone with Techie's help, of course, someone like Seran to take down Demon Kill, it's a big deal. It shows how far, that fear is driving him. And this is actually something that I wanted to focus on a lot, is the idea of fear. I wanted to focus on that aspect because this is going to be, like, fear is going to be a huge talking point for Kill Saga X Killer Ted Seran, and the next crossover that comes immediately after Seran. Fear is a really big thing that takes place in both of these crossovers, and you see what happens when certain characters are under pressure, thanks to fear, what they do, the decisions they make, what kind of person are they underneath when all they are is afraid. And you see that Kessler, in this moment when he's afraid, he's not just afraid for himself, he's afraid for his team. So he feels like he shouldn't tell them what it is because he feels like they would reject it, but he feels like he's doing this for the greater good of them. So at the end of the crossover, you're left like, yeah, he did technically sell out Demon Kill, but Demon Kill's done a lot of shady shit. So, can you really blame Kessler, but can you really blame Demon Kill for being upset? And it puts you in this instance where you're like, you don't know which to choose at some points. You don't know who to side with, because Kessler summoned basically what amounts to a hitman to take down Demon Kill. Obviously, he's not a hitman, but you get my point. And to basically take him down because he's afraid that he might hurt him or his teammates. Whereas Demon Kill, he's still a friend at the end of the day. You're summoning a guy to possibly take him down and kill him, and he's your friend. So, it's definitely something you got to think on for both sides. So it's definitely something that's supposed to focus on Kessler, whereas the last crossover focused on regular Kill and Matt. This crossover definitely focused on Kessler and Demon Kill. So, in terms of Kessler, that explains that. But in terms of Demon Kill, what this focuses on is Demon Kill meeting his match. This shows Demon Kill actually having to fight with his all for once, or most of his all, to stand toe-to-toe with Seran. And throughout the crossover, you're wondering how the hell is this character able to hold his own against Demon Kill, because Demon Kill, prior to this moment, has been undefeated. And even after this crossover, is for more or less undefeated. So for someone to go toe-to-toe with him is kind of like, how the fuck are you able to do this? And throughout the crossover, it's explained how he's able to hold his own with Demon Kill. And it's like, okay, you know, that makes sense. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. Seran definitely is going to have a huge impact on the story going forward. Because you're going to find out a lot about him in the coming episodes. Seran plays a really big impact. I would say he is probably one of the more influential characters in the entire series that I've created. Right now, this is just a taste of what he's capable of and what he's about. So, God knows what's to come, you know, kind of thing. And honestly, Seran is probably also one of my favorite designs when it comes to a character that I've created. My favorite design to this day is Kill. Regular Kill. That is my favorite design currently. Because it's simple, but because of the way that Kill acts, and sometimes even Demon Kill acts, it gives off this, you know, I'm going to, like, fucking put you in the dirt kind of vibe. Like, I'm so badass kind of vibe. And I dig that. I really do. It's simple, but it gets the point across. I really like that. Kessler I also like too. Commando I like a lot. But I'd have to say Seran is probably my second favorite costume. Although that costume, don't get me wrong, that costume was very hard to wear at times. It makes you sweat a lot. It's a very hard costume to wear. But yeah, I really do love this crossover. It made me a very, very happy person to, you know, play in this crossover as these characters. And overall, it made me very excited of what's to come. Like, you have no idea how happy I was to make this crossover. Like, it was great. I fucking loved it. Seran is definitely up there as one of my favorite characters. Definitely. Right now, there's not much to him other than he came here to fight Demon Kill. More of him will be fleshed out as the episodes go on. But, yeah, like, I like this crossover a lot. Like, it's really fun. Not to mention, the first trailer for this crossover, I know I made it. But I can't lie, it's pretty fucking hype. You know, like, it's... Like, I made the trailer, I made the episodes, but let me tell you something. The first trailer for this, for the Seran crossover, it's a pretty hype trailer. It's pretty hype, and it had me in the Giblet Riled section. You know, I was like, damn, like, this is pretty shit. This is pretty lit, and I have no regrets. I've probably seen that trailer, like, rewatched it. Because I was just like, this is such a good trailer. I'm excited for other people to see it. I'm not gonna lie, I've probably seen that trailer somewhere in the valley of, like, at this moment in time when I'm recording this, probably like 20-ish times. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I really do like that trailer. I love this crossover. It makes me so happy. It's really nice. It really is. But either way, so yeah, this crossover is to focus on fear and the things that fear can do to people. Like, for instance, no one would have really expected someone like Kessler to go to the lengths that he did against arguably one of his closest friends. But he's afraid. He's afraid not only for his safety, but for the safety of his friends. And so he took actions into his own hands and got someone that he thought would be capable enough to take down his problem. And you know, some people could relate to the whole being afraid and acting rational or irrational, it really depends. You could kind of understand both sides. Because you have the side of fear and the side of, like, this is fucked up. You can understand both sides. You can understand Kessler and Demon Kill. You can understand Kessler's fear and Demon Kill's frustration, and it kind of makes you see both of them differently because they both act a little different than they usually would in this crossover, and it shows you how they will act when given these very unique and interesting situations, how they'll act, and you know, it adds to them, in my personal opinion. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this crossover as much as I did, or you know, somewhat close. So if that guys want me to close, go Zomzone, and I'm out for now. Peace.